guys, just wanted to show you a quick card I'm making tonight. It's actually for Embellish Magazine's color challenge. Ooh, my camera just shook there. Basically the colors are light blue and lemon tart and craft and then some chocolate. So what I was going to do first is just stamp my sentiment. Now you will see that this acrylic stamp, it's a photopolymer actually, but some of the photopolymer has like scratched off and you really can't tell right there, but I'll have to go back and fix that. So what I'm going to do first is I stamp my sentiment and I'm going to punch it out. This is a 1.5 round punch. And what I love about round punches is you really don't have to line up your sentiment. It doesn't even have to be straight. I have my sentiment, which is warm winter wishes. One of the things for the challenge was to use snowflakes, so I thought it was perfect for that. And then what I wanted to do was kind of use the outside of my card. So I started off with a normal 5.5 by 4 1/4 card base, and what I did was just kind of hold it up to my card and kind of figure out how far I wanted it to hang off. Okay, so I've already done that, and this is, I just trimmed off just a little bit. You can see right there. I think this card is 3 3/4, so it's just about 1/2 inch. So you can see about how much it's going to hang off, okay? And so far I've already stamped, this is Guidelines. It's the grid set from Paper Tray Ink, and normally you'd fill in these little blocks, but I just like the grid. So, and you can see my grid has some imperfections in it. I'm totally fine with that. So what I'm going to do is put my circle where I kind of want it, and I'm going to trace around it, okay? What's cool is this is totally going to be punched out, so don't worry about, you know, having to erase it or anything. So once I've got that traced, you can see where that is. I am going to strategically place some little swirls. So I have this, I really wanted to sew on this card tonight. My sewing machine rebelled against me. And I wanted some real like windy looking swirls. So what I'm going to do is kind of line this up and take my white pen. This is kind of a quick way, I think, to make a really fun background. I'm just going to fill those dots in if my pen will cooperate with me. And paper. So there's that. You'll see it's looking pretty cool so far. So now that we've got that done, we are going to punch our bigger punch. This is a 1 3/4 punch. And so we're just going to take that outline that we had before, and we're just going to line up our bigger punch. Obviously not on it, but kind of around it. If you can see that, I've left just a little edge, and then I'm going to punch that. Okay, so and what will be really cool is at the end we will attach this circle right here. So actually on the back panel, so it'll stick off, but still fit in our envelope because we cut some off. So that's kind of the idea, and I just really like that. I think it's fun. Okay, so the challenge was to use snowflakes. Okay, so I have this die cut, and then I have like one stamp with snowflakes. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I had realized I was going to have to use a snowflake. I just feel like I've been using it a ton, so I was trying to figure out some ways that I could use it in a different way. So what I did was I really liked this inside of the snowflake, but I didn't want these little buds out here. So what I did was just do little snips right above that little line that I want to keep. Okay, now you can see I kind of left some, I'll just trim off that excess. And okay, so now I have this new snowflake, which I like much better. It's much more my style. So in what, I've already cut this one out. I'm going to add it to a blue snowflake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of twist these up. I'm going to kind of layer them so you're not really sure. Obviously, if you look in the middle, you'll know, but you're not really sure which one's on top and which one's on the bottom. They're just kind of interwoven like that. So I think that's kind of a neat snowflake. And then what I'm going to do to finish that off is I'm going to use a glue dot with a button. And I'm just going to stick the glue dot right in the middle. Okay, so once you use these extra little pieces. And I kind of wanted to make it like a square snowflake. I'm just going to kind of hold them together so you get the idea. I'm going to cover the middle up with a button, so I'm not worried about that, but this is kind of the effect I'm going for, is this square, okay? So I'm just going to use glue dots again because they're so stinking strong. And, you know, also... Alright, so now I have this square snowflake, and obviously it's kind of not even. In the middle looks like crazy, but I'm just going to add a cute paper tray ink aqua mist button. And this is a really cool button. It has like little glitter in the middle of it that I love. So, all right, there you go, snowflake number 2. And all right, so now I've kind of got my pieces together. I'm ready to put this thing to rest. So I don't know the way y'all do this, but when I'm using a fat piece of ribbon that I'm not tying around, I will just tape it in the back and then cover up the inside with another piece of paper. So that's what I'm going to do here. Tape is a great thing. So I'm just going to add this ribbon. And I wish I could always remember my, sometimes I tie great bows and sometimes I tie awful ones. I just never know how my day is going to go. So I try to always do it the same, but that probably won't work now that I'm doing a video. So, all right. So there's that, and thankfully I have my ribbon cutting scissors nearby. I'm just gonna cut that off, and voila! All right, now we're gonna add the snowflakes. Table. Okay, I've got these. I'm gonna use a little foam adhesive to kind of pop these up. And this card already has a lot of dimension, but I cannot get enough of it, so. Add that right there, and I'm going to add this one down here with another. So that's what we have right now. Kind of fun. We just need to add our little sentiment. Now, because it's on the back layer, what I'm going to do is do 2 pieces of foam tape together to kind of really pop it up onto the first level when it's closed. Because that, you know, I think the sentiment's important. I definitely don't want it to be hidden in the background. Now, I do want to give you this tip. One thing that might help is to put your adhesive on the back panel. That way you get it in the right spot. Because if you're like me, you usually put it right in the middle of what you're using, and then it's halfway off the back. So, all right, so now we're just going to line this up, and voila, there we have our little card. And if my ribbon would be cute for me, that would be great. But yeah, just some simple cute ideas. Mainly wanted to show you the circle and how I cut my snowflake. All right, I'll post some pictures at the end, and come over to my blog and say hi. Thanks.